If you're a marketing agency, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to be showing you how our system can help you sign 3 to 5 new high-ticket clients in 90 days without relying on word of mouth or paid ads. Let's get into it. So marketing agencies in general, they really all face the same struggles when trying to build up their clientele. And they're really having a toggle between either relying on referrals or using expensive ads. So why are both of those not really ideal for marketing agencies? Well, with ads, they can be expensive. They need to be optimized correctly, or they might not generate enough quality leads to justify the investment. They also don't really build up trust with the customer. There's no rapport that's being built there. And then we have referrals. So why are referrals not ideal for a marketing agency to use if they're just relying on that to build up their clientele? Well, they're inconsistent. And they generally come from a small network that will really limit their exposure to new markets and broader audiences. So that kind of inconsistency will really limit a company's ability to scale the way that they want to and consistently and be able to predict their scaling. So what we are going to do is we're going to step away from relying on referrals, and we're going to leverage this strategy I'm going to tell you about to get you 3 to 5 new clients in 90 days. We're also going to step away from expensive ads because, as we've discussed, they can be kind of expensive. So the truth is, the most effective way, let me scroll so you can see. The most effective way for marketing agencies to gain new customers consistently is by doing cold emails. That might have not been what you were expecting to hear, right? And I get it. But let me explain why this is really what you want to hear. The very essence of cold emails is a quote that says, "Volume negates luck." So what does that mean exactly for cold emails? By increasing the number of cold emails that you send out, you increase the likelihood of getting customers, and luck becomes less of a determining factor. So with this particular strategy, your marketing agency isn't wasting time on resources that don't really pay off. And that's why I developed this system. It focuses on generating high quality leads that's repeatable and scalable. So the system is for you if you're tired of having to deal with inconsistency, honestly. You're trying to predict your revenue, and you really can't do that if you're relying on referrals. It's not really possible. Really is hard to do if you're relying on ads, because if you don't have the ad spend to really run a campaign effectively, then you're going to have a hard time. You need to be able to test things when you're running ads, and that again is very expensive. So if the system is for you, if you're looking for freedom to scale your agency with confidence, knowing that there's a system in place that consistently brings in leads, so then you can focus on what you like to do, which is marketing. So marketing agencies really, they need cold emails to scale. And you might have even tried doing cold emails in the past, but in reality, cold emailing, it is an art. And if you know how to really set up the campaigns in an effective way to make it a success, that can be duplicated again and again. So why does my system work? What makes my system different? So my system has a 3-step process that solves issues and ensures that you're reaching the right people at the right time with the right messaging. And there are 3 key pillars that goes to the system. Number 1 is scraping leads. You want to make sure that you're finding your ideal target audience. And then 2, crafting cold emails is extremely important, because the content of the email is what's going to be able to hook the customer. You have to word it in a particular way. You also want to make sure that you're not using words that's going to have your email accounts flagged as a spam account. So there's a very particular way that needs to be handled. 3, crafting a video sales letter. Video sales letter is really the secret sauce to this whole process that really separates it and distinguishes it from other cold email campaigns that you might have tried in the past. So without doing all 3 of these things the right way, you really could just be spinning your wheels, wondering why you're spending all this money and you're not really seeing any results. So it has to be done a very specific way. Okay, so this is the cold outreach system that we have in place. We first got finding leads, then we have the setup, then we have email sequence, inbox management, video sales letter, booked calls, and then acquired clients. So first, we would have a meeting with you. We would discuss what your company is, who is your ideal client, just so that we can really have that broken down. We can understand exactly. Then we want to discuss where are they hanging out? Where's the best places that we can, what are the best ways that we can find their emails? So we'll discuss that as well. So then we have scraping lead sources and cleaning leads. So in a database that we use to get a list of leads, then we would make sure that we're going through them and making sure that they're actually the people that we're trying to target. And then we would also be making sure that their emails are actually working, because sometimes you'll get an email for someone for a business and that person's not there anymore, but their name will still come up in the system. So we have a process, a way that we're able to double check and make sure that that's still a viable email. And again, finding leads, setup, email sequence, inbox management, and crafting the VSL is everything that we're going to be setting up for you. So next we have setup. And during our discovery call, we'll discuss how many domains do you want to buy, because depending on how many emails that you want to send out every day, we're going to need to buy a certain number of domains. So we'll discuss that. And then we'll have deliverability set up. So we're going to make sure that we're setting the emails up in a way so that these emails are actually landing in the inbox, because I'm sure if you look at your own email, you have a spam folder and you see a bunch of stuff that goes into the spam. How often are you looking in your spam folder? You're not really looking in there very much because you know it's spam. So there's a certain process that we follow, which includes the email warming process. And that's actually a 2-week process, the email warming process. So unfortunately, ideally, we would love to be able to just, book a call one day and then the next day we can start sending out 1,000 emails, but then your accounts would not be, your emails wouldn't be landing in the inbox. Really want to make sure during this 2-week period that the emails are being set up correctly so that when you're doing these campaigns, the emails are making it into the inboxes. We don't want them to end up in spam. So that's the 2-week process that we follow. And then we will go over the outreach copy. So we're going to build that outreach copy. We're going to test out different call to actions. We're going to test out different offers. We're going to get all the wording just right. We're going to make sure it's the right length. Those are all the things that we'll go over with you. And then next in the process is the email sequence. So this is also very important because when people are making a purchase, generally it takes more, especially if it's a more high ticket purchase. It takes more than just one contact for a person to feel comfortable making a purchase like that. So we have the cold email, which is the initial one, and then we have 3 follow-up emails after that, which will vary, in the wording. We don't want to keep sending the same exact email over and over again because we want them to understand that, hi, we're a real person, we're a real business, we're not some fake person trying to scam and just get a quick buck. So this whole sequence is really very important to make sure that we're building that trust with the customer, potential customer. And then finally we have a breakup email because we're not going to keep sending out emails to people who are not interested. So we're going to do a cold email, 3 follow-ups, and then a breakup email. And next we have inbox management. So any correspondence that we have with these potential customers, we will also be handling that. So if there's any objections, we'll try to field those questions, answering questions. If they're not interested, then we'll also just say okay, and we'll end the correspondence with them there and then. And then any qualifying leads, then we'll ask them, hey, would you like for us to send you a link to a video? So on the video sales letter is really the most important part here because we've been building that rapport in the email, but when they're able to put a face with who they've been corresponding with, that's when they really build that trust with you. They'll feel more comfortable booking a call with you. And on that video sales letter, you're explaining your whole offer. So once they get on the call with you and book it, it's so much more easy because they've really heard everything. They've already really heard everything that you're offering them. So the book call can be a lot easier to secure a client once they do that. So we have video sales letter, and then we have the book call, which you'll be able to go into everything. And then the last stage is getting your clients. So that is the whole cold outreach process that we have for our system. So to summarize, to be sure to have a really successful email campaign, there's things that really do have to be in place. You need to have an effective way to scrape for leads. You want to make sure that you're getting the right leads, qualified leads. And then you want to craft a good email copy. And then again, that video sales letter is so key for this whole process. So this system, it was built using the same principles that have driven success for some of the top agencies in the world. And I'm confident that with this approach, your company, your marketing agency is going to be able to book 3 to 5 new clients within 90 days. So there are 2 ways that you could do this. It's completely up to you. You can go on YouTube. All the information is out there, so you can absolutely go on YouTube. However, that could take you months. That could take up to a year. And in the meantime of taking up all those months and all those years, you are spending money. And if you're spending that money, you're going to want to make sure that you're making your blows count. You want to make sure that you're doing it effectively, because otherwise it'll be a waste. So the other option is you could save yourself months and thousands of dollars and hire our company to do this work for you, because this is what we are specialized in doing. We can run a cold email campaign, and we could get you 5 to 10 qualified calls within 30 days for your business. Again, this is for marketing agencies that are looking to get more clients regularly. And when you decide to work with us, we will fill your calendar up. You're going to have our expertise and proven strategies that will generate high quality leads, because all leads are not created equally. So it's the high quality part that we're going to really be focusing on. So for us to fill your calendar up, what we're going to do is we're going to meet with you. We're going to figure out who your ideal customer is. We're going to use our system for those customers, and we're going to verify those email addresses. Make sure that these emails that you're paying to send out are going to be sent to working emails. We're going to set up and warm up those email accounts. We're going to craft your offer for you. We're going to craft a well-structured cold email sequence, just to make sure that you're not having to sit there and send out each individual email each time you want to send one to a customer. We're going to set that whole process up for you. We're going to ensure that it reaches the inbox instead of the spam folder. We'll also manage your inbox and replies and correspondence with these potential clients. And we're going to help you make your very own video sales letter. All of these things are essential and important to make sure that a cold email campaign goes well and makes it worth the money that you're putting into it. So there's a lot of value here. And again, when you work with us, we'll do all of this, leading you to have 5 to 10 qualified calls every month. And we only get paid if you get results. So it's a really good offer. And if you'd be interested in working with our company, our link just to schedule a call with us is in the description below. So we hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.